The soil admission process is extremely unique. We call it the talent appreciation process. The first thing you will discover in this process is that it will give you a deeper understanding of who you are. We ask you some very thoughtful questions. For example, if you had all the time and resources in the world, what kind of organization would you be inspired to create? What would be unique about that organization? This helps you to understand what you dream about. The second part of this interview and selection process is a very unique tool called Caliper. Caliper is a leadership appreciation tool. It looks at multiple intelligences. You see CAT, ZAT, GMAT, these look at your analytical intelligence and verbal abilities. But the Caliper looks at really your gifts as a leader. For instance, how assertive you are, how much risk you are willing to take, how much resilience you have to pursue your goals is the first section called General Leadership Traits. The second part of Caliper looks at the way you think, the way you analyze problems, the way you come out with creative ideas, the flexibility of your thought process. That's the second section. The third section helps you to know the way you relate to people. For example, the level of empathy you have with people, the amount you mix with people, the level of skepticism you have in dealing with people, and the level of positive energy or gregariousness you have in dealing with people. And the last section helps you to know the way you personally organize your time and resources and deliver. So this looks at the way you have a sense of self-structure or setting your own priorities and methods to achieve a task, or the way you follow laid down process and systems, which is called external structure. It also measures the level of urgency or speed with which you want to deliver a task. So these four sections of Caliper really help you to understand your true gifts as a leader. It's a 50-year-old tool designed by Dr. Greensberg and his associates from Princeton. More than 3 million people all over the world have taken this test. In India, more than 10,000 leaders have taken this test. For example, all the senior leaders of Tata Steel, Mahindras, and companies like that. We have been using this for leadership development for a long time in India now. So at the end of your Caliper test, we can compare you with the 10,000 leaders of India, but we can also compare you with 3 million people all over the world. And this is something which is very deeply valuable to each student. We give you your Caliper report irrespective of whether you are selected for admission or not. The third unique feature of the soil admission process is the very nice focus we have on talent appreciation interview. This is done by one leader from our industry consortium and one senior faculty member. They spend 1 hour with you in trying to find out what you are good at. Their focus is not to find out what you are bad at or your weaknesses, but what you really are good at. They also want to deeply appreciate what are your goals in life, what are your priorities, why do you want to study further. So we call this the talent appreciation process. So the results of your essay and applications, including what you have achieved in your academics and your work experience, the Caliper test, and the talent appreciation interview, these are all integrated into preparing what is called a talent fingerprint of each individual. And this is what helps us to know our students better. And this becomes the basis in the opening week of the school, where we do again an in-depth exercise, where we bring in many consultants and experts from outside, where we try to understand the kind of careers you are interested in. For example, are you interested in consulting or in financial services or business development or project and program management? So in the opening week in school, we do a class on leadership and understanding yourself. We also do this development center, which helps you to define your career tracks and your individual learning plan. And that becomes the basis of your mentoring throughout the year. Every student is assigned a mentor from business, and that person helps you to review your individual learning plan throughout the year. So, in closing, I would like to say our admission process is an extremely unique process. It gives you understanding about yourself the way no other admission process is designed to do. And the best part is, irrespective of whether you are selected or not, you get a detailed report which will help you to learn about yourself. It's a very enjoyable process. If you were to get a professional consultant to do this for you, you would spend a fortune. But in SOIL, because you are deeply interested in joining us, we invest all this time in getting to know each one of our applicants. So I hope you enjoy this process and would enjoy going with us into this journey of self-discovery. Thank you very much.